κόρακαν παιδεύεις. Οχληρών εστί. Άνεμον διώκεις ο άνθρωπε.
Hello, hello. So another day, another stream, or rather 2 days pause on another stream because yeah, life slightly intruded and location objective. Okay. Yeah, life slightly intruded and so I had to take 2 days off to be at government buildings and talk to people at weird hours of the day because their opening hours are so limited. But now I'm back, and I even managed to find a save game before we talk to Hippocrates, so we can actually, as was originally planned last time, we can actually have this conversation again to start this stream off with a proper mission and like with all the information that you need to understand what we will be doing as a mission. Oh, this tree looks nice. Alright, I'm really distracted by this scenery. I don't remember it looking that nice. Although I gotta admit that I had to slightly lower the graphics settings, and while it's made gameplay a little smoother, it doesn't quite look as good as it looked a couple of streams ago. But such is life when you're streaming from the same computer that you're playing on. It just doesn't have as much CPU power left to play the game at full power. Okay, I guess we'll get into this conversation and see.
So, what has caused this man's condition?
An excess of phlegm, Doctor.
In the immediate sense, yes. But more importantly, he suffers from neglect.
Neglect?
Good food, warm clothing, so much could have helped. But since other caretakers assumed his condition was a punishment from the gods, they neglected him.
Challenging tradition. You must be Hippocrates.
Yes, I'm also very busy.
This will only take a moment. I won't keep you away from your patients. And your students?
Observation, experience, and experimentation are crucial for treatment. My followers are learning that.
I've come from your clinic in Argos. Sostratos asked me to give you this.
I knew I forgot some things. Sostratos is a good physician, but a better apprentice there is none. Did you ask him to pay you for this delivery?
Of course I did. I'm a Misthios.
Ungenerous, but honest at least. What can I call you, Misthios?
Cassandra of Sparta.
What did you come here for? Cassandra of Sparta.
I've been searching for a Spartan woman.
What makes you think I would know her?
I was told you may have helped her a long time ago.
Maybe the priests at the sanctuary of Asclepios can help. They keep detailed records of all who passed through.
Please, Hippocrates, I came very far to meet you.
As did this patient, and the one before him, and the one before her. My patients need me, but my notes on diseases of the mind were taken. Retrieve them, and I will help you find what you seek. Hurry, this patient doesn't have much time left.
Where should I look for your notes?
Fort Tyrins, not far from here. Perhaps they'll return them if you ask.
Or they could prepare for a new battle. With me.
Far be it for me to tell Amistios how to work, but please, for my sake, do not kill needlessly. Enough blood has been shed in this war.
Did Chrysis take your notes?
Ah, you've met the priestess. No, not her, but the local military commander. I can't fault his desperation. Those men suffered terribly from battle fatigue.
She would have come here a long time ago with an injured baby. Are you sure she would have passed through the sanctuary of Asclepios?
I was a young man then. When I encountered a situation beyond my skills, I would send the patient to the sanctuary.
And these priests keep records of their patients?
Yes, engraved in stone. The elder priest might remember.
What was so interesting about these notes?
They were my notes about diseases of the mind, including what the priests call the sacred disease. That's what this patient has. He's losing control of his limbs and throat, sometimes frothing at the mouth. I fear his breathing will stop next.
So, I'm trying to remember. The sacred disease... The frothing at the mouth seems a little confusing, but otherwise I thought the sacred disease was epilepsy? Huh. I'm so tempted to choose this option. I don't know.
I'll do my
Maybe when I
best
come
with
back.
what you've told me.
Good luck. We're depending on you.
Alright. So I guess that's the only level 19 quest we have. We'll have to go to that place instead of doing his help thing. Because that's level 20. Alright, I did... Huh. I did use the Ubisoft points that you get from leveling up to buy a few things. And somehow I thought the bow was Is it legendary quality or something? I found a new clue. Sage is waiting in an agora. Paris's bow. Okay, so we'll get a nice bow from this one. Let's just have a quick look in this store. Because, well, for one, they just did a patch. I might be a little distracted right now. I don't think I've quite woken up yet. Here, so these are... The pirate stuff is part of what I got. Okay, the Thracian bow is what I unlocked. Interesting. I thought that was a gold quality bow. Disappointed. Anyway, so for leveling up you get Helix credits and stuff. It's fun that you can get like a unicorn and a Pegasus. Seems a bit silly. I guess the vine bow. Okay, but that is 250, which I don't have at the moment. So no legendary bow for me, I guess. So I actually unlocked a worse bow than I already had. Pity. Alright, the sanctuary is in Argolis. It is in the center of the Valley of Dreams, west of the Trojan military camp. Valley of Dreams. So I guess we'll go and unlock this one. Oh. We have done the one over there as well. I think I'll actually quickly zip by the one over there first, because... Nah, let's go for this because it's on the way. Sort of. Let's see. There's also a question mark somewhere over there that we should probably just give a name on the map. Just to be sure. So, Bronze Club of Periphetes.
Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
interesting. Oops, wrong button. Free captive. Okay, let's just continue to our synchronization point then, and head on from there. Epidauros. This place is pretty. Again, it strikes me how different the scenery here in Odyssey is, so in Greece basically, is from the scenery in Origins. You know, you would think, you know, it's both early civilization, and you know the level of civilization seems to be close enough together or something, but in general Greece feels a lot smaller, you know, but not in a bad way, just in a, you know, maybe they, you know, like if you compare most other countries to Japan, you'll kind of get the feeling that, you know, Japan is just so limited by being on this comparatively tiny island. So you know, like how Japan is kind of limited by being on this small island, and like everything is packed so closely together. And then you look at the United States as, or Australia as another extreme, where there is so much empty room that, you know, like all the buildings are kind of huge, and there's so many gaps, and the streets are so wide. And you know, kind of like that is how this game kind of feels. Also, just as another, should we call it data point, it's interesting that these are really, you know, like these Greek cities here are kind of engineered for peacetime. It's just, you know, random houses that people put there basically, and live in, you know, and that's it. You know, it's just having a ceiling above your head. Whereas if you look at, you know, European cities from the Middle Ages, which admittedly, you know, is about, what is it, 2,000 years later? This is 400 before. And yeah, Middle Ages I think was like 1200, so like you know, 1600 years later. And so in the Middle Ages, you know, the cities were packed even more closely for the simple reason that they had to build a protective wall around the cities. Like each city had a long wall around it, and so they wouldn't have to build like these crazy long walls. They would pack the entire city and like the entire population very, very closely together. And if you look at this, this is not at all that, you know. There's a good bunch of empty space between each building. You know, in the Middle Ages, a lot of the streets here would have been, you know, just wide enough for like 2 or 3 people to pass each other, and that would have been it, you know. Which of course wasn't, since, you know, hygiene wasn't really a thing for a long time. Um, it wasn't really good to have people that close together in such great numbers. But I mean, look at this. Alright, let's see how we get to... Okay, is in the center of the Valley of Dreams. So I guess we'll just head over there and hope. West of Chosen Military Camp, so we'll kind of look for that, I suppose. But I mean, the buildings themselves are, a lot of them are comparatively solid, you know. This is all brick or even, you know, stone, large stone blocks. So it kind of feels like the cities are engineered. I don't know, you know, like I'm not a historian. But to me it feels like the cities here are a bit more engineered for like individual protection, whereas in the Middle Ages it was more the city bands together and builds a protective wall for all of them. Well, or at least for, you know, the people who could afford to live in the city. I
I'll
mean
be on
the
high alert here.
the farmers would still. Where did my marker go? Oh, over there somewhere. You know, like the farmers would still have their fields outside the city, so of course those were kind of exposed. Hey, I didn't even bump into you. I stopped behind you. Don't be angry. Your collision detection is just a little too generous. And no, I didn't just call her fat. I don't call people fat. It's just some people's bodies are bigger than others. It's not really related or something to criticize, but anyway. Okay, let's see here. Where can we go? What is this wolf logo? This is a skill we kind of have been developing for all of civilization, basically. You know, using symbols to indicate groupings of people. Like, you know, like these days that's mostly, you know, like company logos, you know, like people running around with like, what is it, Dolce & Gabbana shirts or something. You know, and kind of, you know, or you know, like Rolex or Apple or whatever, like using certain brands to. Oh. Why do they always attack me? Should really tell their friends, but then I always kill them so they can't. anyway, logos and stuff. Yeah, so we kind of train ourselves to you know, recognize like different company logos, and we just know, okay, that's this company and that is that, or something like that. Or, you know, like charitable organizations, you know, like Red Cross or whatever. Or depending on what part of the country you are in, is it Red Crescent or Red Half Moon, something like that. And yeah, there are a lot of there's actually another. Well, I guess the general direction is right. Close to. A combo of Spartan Kick and Bull Rush kind of works pretty well.
No! It's
What? Yeah, exactly what she said. No, blah. Didn't mean to set myself on fire here. It's really easy in this game. I didn't found it as, like, I laughed
I need
about...
to talk to him.
I need to talk to him. Okay, whoever that is. I guess that's the temple person. Oh, I don't know if you're familiar with... oh, I should probably finish my point. Yeah, anyway, yeah, we've spent about a millennium or two to train ourselves to correctly... Well, more than a millennium or two. To train ourselves to recognize logos and stuff, which helps us, you know, for one, like it helps us, you know, express, and also does it want me to again? Is there another mission?
There he is.
Already found him. Weird. Okay, you know, it helps us to, you know, recognize certain groups and, like, friendly and
The
dangerous
Sanctuary of
groups.
Asclepios, god of medicine. I'd rather trust a physician than a god to heal me.
Oh, that's a very modern idea. Like, a physician was fairly new, I think.
Βεβαίως, όλα προέρχονται εκ των πιεστηρίων έξωθεν της πόλεως. Ο εμός εξάδελφος έκτισε τάφη.
Okay, so what are these two people that I've just highlighted? Because, like, the Sanctuary of Asclepios seems to be over there. Enough is enough. Written in stone. I have no idea. Get information information from the priests in the sanctuary. Okay, so it's several priests, I guess that's the detail I missed. Okay. So I guess let's just talk to the closer one. But anyway, what I wanted to say,
Disgusting creatures. I can't work under these conditions.
that you know, here in this game, of course, we have a bit of a problem recognizing those logos because we're not familiar with them really, and so you have a few, like you see the big red one usually is the Spartans, and the blue and white one is the Athenians. I guess so far I've kind of recognized that, but like all the other logos that hang around on banners are kind of like, is that the Wolf of Sparta, or there seem to be some wolf ships that are attacking us on the sea, and I don't know who they really belong to. So that's a bit of a failure in logo recognition on my part, or you could say maybe a failure in the game introducing me to the logos, depending on like how much you expect your game to do for you.
If you're here for your purification bath, you'll have to come back another time.
I'm here for information.
In that case, you can go straight to Hades.
I need to know about a Spartan woman who came through here many years ago.
Did that eagle of yours shit in your ears? I'm under strict orders not to talk to any mercenaries. Especially not about Spartan women or injured babies.
I never mentioned a baby.
Think you're so smart? Many women pass through with babies. Now leave me. I have my own problems to deal with.
Maybe I can help you.
Snakes!
Snakes.
They're everywhere! Must have escaped from the Tholos. We keep them for treatments, but they invaded the bathhouse.
The snakes killed someone?
A patient was purifying himself when they slithered in. Turns out he's terrified of snakes. Fell over dead. Now the snakes have made him their home.
What if I took care of your snake problem? Would you talk to me then?
Oh, most definitely. The purification bath is crucial in the path towards healing.
What does taking a bath have to do with healing the sick?
Asclepios only visits the dreams of the pure. When the sick arrive, they offer sacrifice, cleanse their bodies in the bathhouse. Only then do we let them rest in the Abaddon, where Asclepios appears and heals them.
How did all these snakes get loose? And why are there so many at the sanctuary?
Blame Dorios! He's supposed to keep them in the Tholos. Patients with afflictions of the mind are healed by the snakes. Their tongues are like kisses from the gods.
From like today's point of view, that sounds really weird. Or maybe that's just, you know, like, I mean, you know, you can, you know, some medicines are basically poisons. So, you can kind of tell, you know, it could be that they used the snakes for something like that. I don't really know. But, to me, like, it sounds like the whole leeches thing that they had going in the Middle Ages, you know, where they thought, like, pulling quote-unquote bad blood out of people would help. And in most cases it just made things worse because it weakened the sick people. And things like that, you know, because they had, like, I can't remember the term. It was something like, not bad spirits, but like bad juices, bad something, I don't know, not bad juju. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, they had some really weird ideas. I mean, you know, I can say that as someone who has, you know, 2,000 years of medical research behind them, and like every one of us gets taught some basics about medicine that, you know, it took humanity as a whole about, you know, not even 2,000, 4,000 years to discover, or even longer. So it's kind of funny, you know, today to think like, well, they are using leeches and like for like the, you know, at this point in time, illnesses weren't that well understood yet, and these days, you know, we understand them almost at a subatomic level.
I'll clear out these snakes in no time. Icarus could use a good feast.
Try not to kill them. Lorios will be furious if you sacred snakes get chopped to bits.
Then how am I supposed to deal with them?
Snakes are drawn to the bath's heat. Flood them with cold water, and they'll slither back to their hole. There's an underground pipe that may help you.
Okay, it couldn't be as easy as, well, shoot the snakes and save them.
I'll take care of your snake problem. Then, you'll tell me what I need to know.
Okay. Underground pipe, water source.
Καλώς γέννη να ακούομεν την καρδίαν σου. Είπε ο αδελφός ότι διερευνώμενη συνάφη μεταξύ σκληρότερης γης.
Okay, I guess those are the snakes. But not the pipe. That's, by the way...
He's over there.
Who is over there? These missions seem to be getting a lot more inaccessible. Like, who is over there? Here is the water source. Yeah, water pipes are something that were something that the ancient Greek and the ancient Romans kind of were very good at. Like modern plumbing is basically mostly like there's some details that you would expect from plumbing today, like a toilet that flushes. Okay, I guess that's the water source.
That's the pipe. Opening it should flood the bath and get rid of the snakes.
Ah. Super Mario Cassandra. See, like they were, I think they were mostly made of clay at this point in time. So this is not, you know, like orange plastic. And so they were kind of leaky, but it worked. And it meant, you know, like that they didn't have to go to the river, actually, which is a great advantage if you've ever had to, you know, like had broken plumbing or something and had to, I don't know, go to the neighbor and periodically get buckets of water.
And? Is the bathhouse free of snakes?
I flooded the bathhouse with cold water.
Good riddance.
Well,
Well, what?
I took care of the snakes. Now you're going to tell me about the Spartan woman and the baby.
I actually don't know anything. Was before my time. The man who does know is Midon, but he won't tell you. He won't tell anyone anything.
I like your snakes. At least I got a name. Midon.
I'm kind of, so I guess, you know, he thinks, you know, like I'm a mercenary hunting for, you know, probably, you know, like headhunting and, you know, maybe trying to do the woman harm or something, so that's why he probably is rather unfriendly to us and just thought, well, he could take advantage of someone who's trying to hurt one of his or one of their former patients. Under construction. Watch for falling scenery.
They carry the weight of Leonida. The bravest they'll fight to the grave. The bravest they'll fight.
Still don't understand what they're saying. Like, it could be English, it could just be Greek words that sound... Okay, I guess they stopped singing. Even if the animations didn't. Guest house, that sounds good. Well, I don't regret talking to that guy because XP. So who is this?
Greetings, young one. Come to offer Asclepios a sacrifice?
No. But I'm searching for a Spartan mother who may have.
The great goddess Ira guides many mothers to the sacred place. Surely I'm too feeble to remember them all.
What are these stone slabs for?
These are records. We document all who pass through, their illnesses, treatments, so that the glory of Asclepios can be celebrated.
Then I don't need your memory. I just need to find the right stone.
Yes, of course. That's very wise indeed. If only I had the time to help you.
I like those two choices. I won't hurt you. I will hurt you. But in this case, I think, you know, like, physicians are probably more enamored with you if you kind of show that you're peaceful.
Listen, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just looking for my mater.
It's Chrysis. She's got every priest in the sanctuary under her thumb, and she'll squash anyone who feeds information to the Eagle Bearer.
Then don't tell me anything. Just bring me to the stone that can.
Follow me then. Quickly. We must be discreet.
Lead the way.
This way. Over here. If anyone is watching, they'll have my head.
What kind of sanctuary isn't safe for its priests?
Times have changed, Eagle Bearer.
I can't run.
I remember this tale. Written during the time of the great Elod revolt. You would have been only a child.
I don't need the history, just the details.
It tells the tale of a woman with worms in her throat. Asclepios took off her head so we could remove them, then reattached it in her sleep.
Definitely not the right one. I wonder what Hippocrates would think of these treatments.
Hippocrates is a fine healer. Showed so much promise.
Showed? He's healing the sick right now.
He puts too much faith in his hands, and not enough in the gods.
When it comes to life and death, I prefer hands. Are all the testimonies so outrageous?
Writers today, Thucydides, Euripides, the petulant Aristophanes, all of them try for realism. But what really inspires is greatness, magic, gods.
Yeah, that's a lot of like older historical texts, is that, you know, they weren't written with you know, the goal of documenting in detail and in a scientific way, as we would probably call it today, what happened, but actually they were more as, you know, like praising the gods or something, you know, and like, you know, like almost like what's the phrase, blowing sugar up their ear, you know, like you were praising the gods. It wasn't really interesting in telling the truth as much as it was to just make sure that the god didn't, you know, hit you again with that illness or something.
This one tells the tale of a man with sword wounds. A pack of dogs licked him clean, and Eureka! A man's best friend indeed.
This is hopeless.
These stories give people hope, Eagle Bearer.
Well, I'm losing mine. Tell me about Chrysis.
A very powerful, dangerous woman. But it was not always so. She was abandoned here as a child and taken in by the priests. Taught the ways of the gods. She learned very quickly. Was very strong-willed. And before too long, it was the priests who listened to her. She was loved. But there's an anger in her heart that could not be soothed. So, when her methods turned to madness, anyone who opposed her got...
Got what?
I've already said too much.
Got dead, I guess.
And what about this one? Let me guess. It tells the tale of a blind woman who had her eyes licked by snakes.
It reads of Sparta. Came here with child. Sought pity from the gods.
Why is most of it scratched out?
Oh, I'll just tell you. I know this one by heart. The Spartan woman arrived filthy and bleeding from her travels. We cared for her, gave her food, a bath, and she left. Where she went, I do not know. The child could not be saved.
Who does know where she went?
We've been spotted. Meet me later, near the olive tree of Heracles, at the entrance of the sanctuary. I may have something for you.
And what do we have here? A priest and a mercenary out for a friendly stroll?
May the gods be with you, Plistos. I was just on my way to the archives when this Misthios bumped into me.
Is that so? And what were you both chatting about so fervently, might I ask?
The good priest here was teaching me how to heal sword wounds.
Yes. Sword wounds.
Oh, really? And what is the treatment for sword wounds, according to Timoxenos here?
Snakes, olives, dogs. Oh god. Well, snakes was the one I used in my joke. Dogs. Was is it the story? I don't remember what had actually happened to the guy with the dogs. Well, I guess we'll risk it.
Dogs.
What about them?
You use dogs to lick the wounds clean.
Very good. Don't give away all our tricks, Timoxenos. Who will bring offerings to the gods when our patients learn to heal themselves?
No, of course not. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
You have your treatment, Mistios. Now please, leave the sanctuary.
Whew. Okay. Olive tree. Northern part of the valley. Yes, olive tree of Heracles. So we are here. I guess that would probably be it. No, not the photo. Dummy. Okay, let's unlock that point and see on the way who this mercenary is.
Τραγωδία εκλαμβάνει τας ιστορίες αυτών και χρήτε ταύτες τραγωδουτών. Ούτως ουκαν μηνύτε τας σπουδαίας αξίας των ιστοριών τούτων. Εναντίον, επιστραγώνται ταύτας και προσμυθοποιεί. Αποκρύπτει την προαίρεση αυτού επανεμωμένης ιστορίας. Προς επιδείκνηση
Does it say the name on the map? Euthalia the Snake's Fang. No one saw Euthalia the Snake's Fang before she attacked. She struck swiftly and disappeared before her rival's head hit the ground. Okay. I guess we already knew her.
Η τραγωδία διαφθείρει τους νέους και ούτοι καταμαλτακίζονται. Εκπλήσει, αποφέρεται
I think it's probably again on the hello. The top of the temple. Yes. Huh. It's an inner courtyard. Cool. The roof could use some work. I guess it's lucky that it's always sunny in Kefalonia. Oh, they're building another temple, it seems. That looks cool. I like that about this game, that they, or generally about these more historical recent Assassin's Creed games, where you know, they show you, for example, like how they built stuff back then. With those, I guess they're, you know, like purpose-built cranes. They don't really look. You know, they look very stationary, these cranes. They're not like, you know, carriages with trains on their back or something, as you would probably kind of expect as someone who is used to, you know, all those crane tracks that we have today. Is that like Athena, or who is? I think that hat is kind of an identifying element on that statue. That I should probably recognize. That's also a fun thing that, like, we still, you know, do. Well, that they still did, you know, about 2,000 years later. You know, like the, for example, if you take saints, each saint like has their own symbols So in the Christian faiths, they have like a whole group of, you know, like someone has, I don't know, like an apple with them, then it's this saint, and if he has arrows in his shoulder, it's Sebastian, and things like that. And so you can kind of recognize which saint it is from a simple drawing just by the attributes that they have with them. And you'd kind of have, like, if you were an actual historical Greek, you would probably know that as well here. Or at least, I don't know like how much that knowledge was among the people. It was probably something that you got from, you know, your, like, the priests probably knew that. And so when you came to them, they went and told you, hey, yeah, see that statue over there, find a statue like that with that weird hat or whatever, and pray to it, and then you'll be healed or something, and then, you know, like you get, like, that's kind of how that worked back then. Like a lot of the, you know, keep in mind, like the average person, like it's very unusual for Cassandra as like basically a street kid to be able to read. I don't know, like maybe Spartans, you know, she was probably like of a higher class in Sparta, given that her father, you know, is a general.
Ikaros!
So that's why she might have learned to read. But in general, like, you know, reading was, until comparatively recently, something that only where's our next objective? I can already run towards it. I just had a question mark somewhere. Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, so only rich people could afford to spend time learning to read. You know, like some people, you know, like counting was usually something that people who had, you know, that people kind of learned. You know, like so they could, you know, like pay for stuff and things like that. But that was like it never went beyond elementary school mathematics for the typical, like, person. Or the majority of people, at least. You know, and writing itself, you know, there were, like, scribe was a job. It's a bit like programmer today, you know. Being a programmer is basically knowing how to write at a, like, it's at a different level, of course, like, but, you know, programmer, you know, I am a programmer, so that comes from that point of view. Like, okay, Club of Heracles is probably not what we wanted. Crossroads of the Olive Tree of Heracles. Okay, maybe here. Or maybe somewhere up there. It says northern part of the Valley of Dreams. So I guess that would be more that. So I guess let's go up there and see what we find there. I'm not quite sure if this exploration mode, like, I'm kind of of two minds. I think it's not really I'm not convinced it's a good game design. Like, I like running around and exploring and being given that opportunity in a game. Like, you know, I'm like the kinds of games I really love to play are games like Myst, where it's basically all about you know, just running around and turning over each rock and playing with every machine on the way. And then once you've looked at everything, you go, oh, okay, this is the solution to that riddle that I found over there, and if I do this, I can unlock this, and then if I unlock this, you realize, okay, finally I have the key to get through this secret door, and now I know where to go. Close to my target, that sounds promising. And here, you know, navigation is very much
That old priest, hiding by the tree.
okay. But there seems to be at least one soldier there. Not sure if we'll have to fight someone here. Orichalcum. And I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the navigation here is kind of you know, it feels a bit complicated. Like, you get so many waypoints, but then the general navigation in this game is they give you vague information of the direction you should be going. And then you run there, and then you dispatch your eagle. I guess there's someone fighting over there, so it's not really...
The tree of Iraklis. I'm not sure if it's loved more for its legend or its olives. Now, where is that priest?
Tree of Heracles, loved for its legends or its olives. Can't it be both?
I thank you for your discretion, Eagle Bearer. Chrysis has many eyes and ears throughout the sanctuary.
What else can you tell me about the Spartan woman and child?
The woman left the child's blanket behind. We tried to return it, but it was too painful a memory for her.
Where did she go? What happened to the child?
So, Chrysis was right. You knew the rules, Timoxenos. You will suffer her wrath.
Plistos, please.
Get behind me, priest. I'll deal with these two.
I will kill you!
No!
Whoops.
Left us alone, Mistio!
That was fast. Oh, and I caught fire as well. Okay, so I guess what I should do here... Oh, I hope I didn't lose too much progress. I hope they save right after the conversation. That's what this game luckily usually does. That wasn't too good. Okay, oh, and I'm dead, so I should probably count this death.
For glory!
Hey. I need the shield break, which I think is that one. Nope. That's not good. Where did my abilities go? And why is this silly... Oh. break go? Wait. No, wait, that was the wrong one. Let's go here and find out what our abilities, where I put them again. Okay. Shield break is 4. Okay. Oh, my shield break doesn't work.
One more good hit to do it. What you doing?
Why if my shield break? Oh, and I don't have. What's going on? This might be a slight problem. I'm feeling suspiciously underleveled by these. Breaking oil jars will spill oil in an area. If it touches fire, it will ignite. Think about it. Okay. Okay, one down. Already kill him? That's not good. Whoops. No, I didn't mean to attack you. I don't want the notoriety.
The gods fight with you.
Okay. Didn't really want to kill you, but I guess you kind of... Okay. What now?
A young mercenary in training, eh?
Asclepios be praised. May the sick find peace.
Alright, I guess that is it. That was a little anticlimactic. And I think we owe another death. At least. But we finally managed by separating the two out. I wonder if I should hide the bodies, if that's any. I'm never quite sure, like in some games, even after a battle, you know, like in stealth segments, of course, hiding bodies helps. In situations like this, I don't know. You know, like the passers-by might not be as shocked. But maybe, my guess is that it doesn't help anything. Okay, so what are we going to do now? I guess we saved him. Okay, now it says get information from the priests. So I guess there is another priest to get information from.
Let's go.
They're all a bit easily scared of horses. I think I'm heading down a road that leads... Yeah, it doesn't really lead back there. Okay. I guess I'll just cut through the forest or something like that.
They won't ask any questions.
Whoops.
Let's keep out of sight.
I'm not doing anything.
Come on.
I guess I picked the mountain horse after all.
Move.
Please help our daughter.
Same sickness as the rest. This is very troubling.
I hope that isn't the same sickness as on Kefalonia. Otherwise it might be slightly our fault.
May Asclepius spare her from suffering.
Will she live?
Not unless the gods heed our prayers. Many sick Athenians have arrived in Argolis recently, and very few have left. This poor girl has the same sickness.
Let's try to be nice.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I was warned of the Eagle Bearer. Wants nothing but drachmi for blood. I was told.
We're wasting time, priest. We can discuss what I want when this sick girl's needs are taken care of.
Her illness seems to have no cure, and it's spreading. Our sacrifices have done little to draw the attention of the gods. Pigs, goats, all have fallen on deaf ears. We need the beast whose blood will ignite these flames for Asclepius to see.
What did you have in mind?
There is a rumor of a bull with skin as white as snow roaming the sanctuary outskirts. Head west of here, towards the coast. Bring it to me alive, and we'll offer a sacrifice the gods cannot ignore. I'm touched you will help these people, but I know why you're really here. Chrysis made all priests swear oaths to seal our lips in the face of the eagle-bearing Mystios, or forfeit our lives. But I serve the gods and the sick. My oaths are to them.
The outskirts are vast. Can you be more specific about the location of the bull?
Last I heard, it was grazing on Mount Coryphon, near the Assini ruins.
If you're just going to slit its throat, why do you need the bull alive?
But we're not just going to slit its throat. First, we pour water on its head. If it nods, we may proceed. Gods, mortals, and animals, all must be willing participants in the sacrifice, or it is impure. To save this many people, we will need the beast's blood, bones, and fat.
Tell me about Chrysis. She has everyone terrified.
We taught her everything we knew about healing, about the gods. Then she found new teachers, people in masks. They changed her, turned her heart black. They became her gods.
Oh, of course Chrysis is with the
I'll find
cults.
this bull for you.
Of course she is. I think that mission objective is mistranslated. Help the priests get information about Murin? To get information about Murin. So I think there's a... someone forgot to type a word there. That's the small difference in English, you know, that one word. A heart for a head. The sacred bull is in Argolis. Grazes in the northern part of Mount Corifum. The bull was spotted near the Essene ruins. Always hit escape instead of whatever the right one would be. Mount Corifum here. Okay, I guess about there. It always seems so what? Always seems so sociopathic, you know, like that you walk past a person and all
Not smart, are you?
and all Cassandra sees is you know, assassinate. I could kill him right here, right now.
Let's go. The white bull. Am I too late? I need to stay hidden.
Oh. Okay, first time the dog gets me.
Get away.
Oh. Get the dog. Oh, wrong ability.
It's a trick. It's my...
Alright. Let's hide again. Okay, good. Nobody saw us. What are you talking about? So down there is a bull. Seems to be dead already. Or at least knocked out. too loud. Oh, what? Okay.
To the death!
I really need to turn off the shortcut for let's do that right now. Options. Controls. Customize controls. And interactions, probably menu shortcuts. Here, performance metrics. Can't I unassign anything? Oh no. I don't know. Control, Shift, Alt, Scroll Lock should be something that really... Oh, okay, because it's a modifier. Control, Shift, Alt, Break. Just anything that I won't be pressing. Huh? Can't assign anything? Okay, go back to default. Oh, I don't know. Something is broken. In assigning keyboard shortcuts, I press keys and it doesn't really catch. So I guess I'll just leave it. So let's try to climb down there, find some cover, and then...
Doesn't look like he died willingly. I'll take his heart for the sacrifice. It'll have to do.
Okay, I guess the area of where he was extended into this corner of the building. They should have checked for line of sight. He works as distraction. Wasn't quite the plan, but
Oh, not the best feeling.
carrying around a heart.
hope this heart is enough. If they want the whole bull, they can come get it themselves.
Whoops.
What was
You.
that? Looks like the gods abandoned you!
Whoops. That was fast. I guess he's someone that you better dodge. Oh, and since I ignored stay hydrated bots reminder, short reminder for everyone, maybe drink something. Alright, all drunk up. Oh, I don't... Okay, so let's see, we have a skill point, ability point, whatever they call it. Master of paralyzing arrows. Snap aim to target. So to shoot an arrow that deals 380 hunter damage. Travels 25% faster. This, just increasing our hunter damage for now.
Please, hurry, and find the white bull. These people don't have much time.
Okay, I guess I have to do the whole thing again. That didn't go well. I wonder, does Phobos orient himself towards any markers I set? Because he seemed to be facing in the right direction.
Ella.
No, fire out!
No, fire out. I like the things she says when she's on fire. This girl is on fire, fire! Gonna get burned.
The white bull. Am I too late?
There's apparently some fighting going on there. I don't know over what.
yourself! I'll get you, coward! Did I imagine?
Hey, I pressed assassinate like crazy.
Fuck! Help me!
Are you coming up here? Oh, and your pet as well.
Harry! Find cover! I know where they're firing from! Get into cover! I know where the archer is!
Wait, okay, we should probably craft arrows then, yes. It's nice how, you use fewer arrows.
I could have sworn they were in.
Yes. There was someone here. You were right, and you won a knife to the throat. So, who's next? Hello. Thought I'd seen someone. Guess we go up there and free one of the prisioneros. More people. Somehow they weren't showing up. To be more stuff over there. Come on, where is it? Oh, here. Okay. Do I have all the people? I hope you people aren't getting dizzy from this. Not too much a fan of this blur effect they do. Yes. All right.
Doesn't look like he died willingly. I'll take his heart for the sacrifice. It'll have to do.
Get away! The arrows came from over there.
this time. Glad that the button worked. Can I attract you?
Arrows. I don't recognize them.
Don't walk, stand still so I can shoot you. Yes!
Cover! Alpha the Archer.
Good. Where did everyone go?
Not the best feeling.
Alright, let's loot everything we can. And maybe free the last person.
I hope this heart is enough. If they want the whole bull, they can come get it themselves.
Oh, we still have an ancient tablet to get. Did I not hit him? Good distraction, you. Come on. Don't be so fast, I want to sneak up on you.
You are mine!
Yes, you are. Whoops. Don't stand in the middle of burning people. What's the saying? Don't pet a burning dog? So where could that ancient tablet be? We still haven't done the bandit leader either. What level are you? don't seem to be taking much damage. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not good.
You won't last much longer.
Maybe I should hide somewhere. Not that button. The other one.
That wasn't so bad. I'm still alive.
Again. I could have saved and I didn't. My guess is it probably didn't save when I was nearby, did it? Because we ran out when we were chasing that one guy. Well, no, it actually...
I don't want to be spotted here.
I want to get away if I can. Come on. Let's just run. We have the heart. Yes, I can run forever. Because I know you're bound to certain areas usually. Okay. So let's find wherever that priest is down there. Okay. Evios, the strong-armed. Is he known for strong-arming people? But oh wait, no. I have to do this right. He's known for strong-arming people. There.
Let's go.
You need to get me one of those things where you can just push a button and it plays a sound.
Please help our daughter.
Same sickness as the rest. This is very troubling. Did you find the white bull?
I couldn't bring it back alive. But I did manage to collect its heart.
This won't be enough to please Asclepios. The beast died unwillingly, and with just the heart, we'll only be able to pray for one life.
Please, Mythios. The white bull you killed was mine. My farm feeds half of Arolis. If I die, people will starve.
I beg you! My husband was killed by this sickness. I have 2 small children. Who will take care of them if I die? I am wealthy and will pay you for this blessing.
It's okay. Give the sacrifice to them.
You did this. You choose whose prayers get heard by the gods.
I did what? I didn't. Someone else had already killed the bull. Oh, okay, so the wealthy woman is sick. And the farmer and the girl. Okay, I thought the woman was, This is mean. So now, you know, like, the girl is obviously the good person here. Because she says, you know, let the others die. Let the others get it. The wealthy woman, I guess she can cause trouble or something for us. But I mean you know, like, it's like, for me it's a choice between 1 or 3. And the thing is, we saved a little girl the last time, and what we got was that, like, an entire part of Kefalonia got sick. So that's probably the farmer is the best choice. But I don't like it's not a good choice.
Pray for the farmer. The bull was his. Its sacrifice will help feed the people of Argolis.
Thank you, Misthios. Very well. The rest is in the hands of the gods.
I did my part, priest.
The Spartan woman you're after.
You've met her?
Her visit to the sanctuary is legendary, but sadly, it was before my time. The man you want is Midon, the elder priest. He spoke of her often. That is, before he cut out his tongue.
Cut out his tongue?
When he's not healing the sick, he's in the guest house. Spends a lot of time being tended to by the servants.
Thank you. I won't forget you helped me.
And these people won't forget you helped them.
A heart for a head. Okay, so now we know why the other guy laughed and said Mitos wouldn't ever tell me anything. Okay, and we know he's in the guest house now. So hopefully... My guess is we will have to fight some more of... what's her name? It was like a regular... not Hebrews, but like... Chrysis. Like crisis, I guess. Oh, it seems... it seems that's kind of... No, I think that's just a foundation, that's not a sled. Is it? I mean, for a circular building it would actually kind of make sense to like have like sled, like... What are the things at the bottom of a sled called again? Well, anyway, to have those things. You know, so you can like lift something over there, then slowly move it, you know, aside a little and do it again. You know, and that way build the entire building. Well, we'll see. Would be kind of cool if they had like an animation of people actually building stuff, you know. Trying to remember, like, Assassin's Creed Origins, the previous game, had a and an exploration mode where you could run around and they would give you additional information about like the historical facts behind everything. It would be kind of neat if this one, if Odyssey had that as well. But I think the exploration mode was patched in later, so I might just, it might just not be there yet.
They'll keep a sharp watch here.
Oh, okay, so the guest house is protected. Goodness, 2 level 20. And I guess I have to get to that door. No windows here. Oh, okay,
There's someone there.
no, nobody there, just his chickens. Although I guess I could get you like behind the shrubbery maybe and kill you there. Okay. Guess you can get the bigger ones.
I'm on fire! Put it out!
That's not really quiet. Key combinations I need to actually take away someone's shield are much more complex, with only 4 abilities on one bar. Well, he can fly. Alright. There's 2 captains here. That actually worked. Cool. Okay, I guess the last one isn't here anymore. Let's risk it. We'll probably get spawned outside at the end and run right into him, but he was a lower level enemy, so let's hope.
Guards! They're dead. And you must be Midon.
He doesn't speak.
So I've heard. I'm here to find out why.
Chrysis did this to him.
I thought he did this to himself.
To prove his loyalty to her.
Now, why would Chrysis want an elder priest to cut out his tongue?
Midon is a caring, generous man.
I want answers from him, not you. Tell me about the Spartan woman and her baby.
He can only answer yes or no.
The Spartan woman, was her name Mirini? They said she had a baby with her. Was it hers?
The baby was close to death when they arrived. Midon prayed for its life.
Okay, so that makes sense. The story we got before was first we already met Alexandrios again, so we know that the baby can't have died. But the story given before was that the baby had died, and that in turn means that, of course, since we know Chrysis is with the cult, that they probably just told Mirin her baby had died, so they could get Alexios.
You saved the child. No.
He did everything he could, but the baby was badly wounded.
So I guess he didn't actually see the... Maybe either that or the cult did some kind of resurrection thing on him. I mean, this game has some sci-fi elements, so maybe that's what they managed to do.
Did she tell you where she was going? Do all sanctuary priests take their servants to bed?
I'm not his servant. We share a sacred bond.
Sacred. Right.
So judgmental. I mean, you know, like, you know, like if this was a contemporary work situation, I would say, you know, like, don't take advantage of your employees. But I mean, this is a couple thousand years before people bothered with that. Oh no. There's a gap between the polygons, he'll bleed out.
I know why Chrysis made you cut out your tongue. The night my mater brought my brother here, you and your priests left him for dead. And Chrysis didn't like you telling the story.
That's not what happened!
What do you know? You're too young to have been there.
He told me the story many times before that witch stole his voice. He tried to save the baby, did everything he could.
Flashback time, bright white screen. Oh, I'm blind.
I don't believe you. Dead? How can my baby be dead?
I don't know what to tell you. You were lucky he survived as long as he did. That fall was devastating.
My baby! My baby!
Listen, there's nothing we can do for you anymore. You'd best be on your way. Ray is here.
They're gone. They're both gone.
He wept for that Spartan woman so far from home. Her baby barely recognizable, hardly breathing.
Barely recognizable, that's the point. So someone swapped out the baby on him, probably. That's mean.
Tell me, please. I need to know.
Not even Apollo could save the child. Midon told me how the Spartan woman wept, held the baby in her arms, sang to him, before finally leaving him to the gods.
Chrysis took the baby, didn't she? And she made you cut out your tongue to hide the truth. Where is Chrysis? I see. Chrysis possesses every tongue around here. I'll find her on my own then, and cut out a lot more.
automatically give me a new? No. Ooh. Better. Ooh. Almost ran into that last guard. Alright. I really have to hide here. Take a few more steps forward. Okay. That would be nice in this game. I mean, you know, like, again, this game is really good, and you know, better than many other games. So these are all just tiny nitpicks. But I would like it if it tried to like pick the next sensible mission for you. You know, like maybe based on, you know, level and distance. Like goes like pick the lowest level mission that's closest. Or, you know, failing that, you know, you can always you know, there are main quest and side quest missions and things like that, so you can kind of many games have the concept of quest chain, so basically just like that a mission knows which mission is logically the next after it. And so usually you just, you know, like every mission gets, you know, like a number or something, you know, and then you can just say, okay, when this mission finishes, you know, go to mission 5 or whatever, because that's the next mission, and then you can say, okay, at least a series of missions that, you know, belong together will try to get the next mission from that if your level is okay. Okay, Dimas to get Hippocrates' notes. The physician is in Argolis. He's in the northern part of the ancient ruins of Perseus. Northern part of the ancient ruins of Perseus. Oh, here. I guess that spot is where we want to go. But really the whole, I don't know, the way this exploration mode, I might turn it off for the next stream or so. Because I don't think the difference to the regular mode, where it just gives you a waypoint, is big enough, you know. It just adds, like, you know, searching and using the bird to the missions and kind of slows you down, but it doesn't feel, you know, like it actually, you know, like you can do the same thing by just having a map marker that is a circle instead of a point. And going, well, the person is in this area, go there and find them.
Best stay out of sight.
Nobody here, you didn't see anything. So I don't really, like, I'll have to see how much the difference is, but at this point I don't really see the difference. I sort of understand what they were going for with the exploration mode, encouraging you to.
Hippocrates' notes are well guarded. Why?
That looks useful. If that goes anywhere near the fort. But yeah, so not 100% sure about exploration mode here. Because, you know, there's a difference between, you know, encouraging people to explore more and, you know, just being a hindrance. Okay, seems like that goes under the fort. So now I just have to manage to find the way. Come on. Yes. Stuff like this is a little risky in real life. It would be crazy to just dive somewhere. Like, you'd really have to know how long you can hold your breath. To be able to say, okay, I'm halfway there. I still don't know where to go. You know, you don't actually know that this cave will lead anywhere useful in real life. Like in a game, sure, no problem. Because, you know, like they wouldn't add caves. Like, it's the economy of plot is the term they usually use to describe that. So this is where Dimas is? Yeah, looks like it. So, again, this is also one of those points where in this game... Oops. That wasn't good. He's coming up here. Better find elsewhere. That's not good. Okay, I have to be somewhere over there. Everyone already? Nope. Lots of people here. Uh-oh. I better hide. Where is this person I'm supposed to talk with? So apparently standing on a bunch of boxes somewhere upstairs is enough to not be seen. That's good. Oh. That's not good. Okay, that wasn't really as stealthy as I wished. Where is my objective? Hello?
There!
Oh, he saw me.
You're dead! Come here, you! Now you die!
Whoops.
Malaka! Get back here!
Oh, he has an eagle. Okay, that's new. That's not good. I better run away here. Nobody know where I am, please.
You won't survive.
Oh no. I didn't really want to.
No!
Come on, let me just get away. I'm not here. Carp.
Let's find you. Absolutely.
We're still here. I done
Report.
goofed.
I've not found the trail, sir. Don't give up. They're here somewhere. Coming for you, Mistios.
Not good. I was so close. And now I have notoriety level of 2.
Seen them yet? Nothing. Don't let up. I want them found. As you say, sir.
I might have to pay off some bounties or something. But I didn't expect them to have a soldier with an eagle. I'm not here. You can't see me. What's that sound? Goodness, how many reinforcements have they brought? Maybe I should go over there and just kill the person who put out the bounty. That's after all something I haven't done yet. On the other hand, it's it's probably easier to just oh, 674. Well, let's do it. At least that should make it slightly less crazy. It's nice that there's so much cover here. So let's see if we can tell where we're supposed to go. In here somewhere. Okay, so inside this square building, I guess, is where person is. That means if I climb over that wall, I should at least have a way to get there. Question is...
This area will be well defended.
Can't see me. I'm hidden. Don't just stand there. Kind of the posture of a boxer. Alright, good. Hey! Oh. That's not good. I have to get over there. Oh, screw it. Okay, this is not... I'll really have to strategically just depopulate this place, I guess. I didn't want to... I thought I could just stealth my way past people. I think somehow I'm... So I have a little under half an hour to go. So I think this is where I'm gonna call it a day today. Because I think at this point, I'm a little too tired to try to strategically take out this fort, and I think I should go at it tomorrow with well, Monday, I guess, with a fresh mind. One thing to note here is that I'll be back at work on Monday, so that means there probably won't be any morning streams. Because basically the time at which I'll be yeah, the time at which I would be streaming is when I'd already be at the office.
I found someone.
And so that's why I'm thinking I'll probably just, if you look under the stream, there is a schedule where it says sometimes there will be streams in the evenings. I'll probably stream in those evenings from now. Depending on like what time I'm at work from now on. It's a new job, so I don't quite yet know like which times are, you know, like the important times and which parts are flexible, and I'm still trying to figure that one out. If there is some more flexibility, I might do streams a little earlier in the mornings, so I can then afterwards go to work like I used to do on my previous later job. If that doesn't work, then it'll have to be evening streams. I hope that those people who've been watching so far can somehow make that work. Otherwise, there's of course always the VODs. So you can just go click the videos and see the last evening stream the next morning. In case that helps. Also, I'm posting this stuff to my YouTube account as well, so you can also see them there. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see some of you again in the next week. Bye bye.